we all came back, and I think it was still New Year, so I was still at home. I started coming to a point where I told myself, you know what? You can't give less of yourself. I wanted a new start, right? A fresh beginning. For me, it's like starting over again, even when no one is watching, right? And starting, as you guys know, can be nerve-wracking, right? It's almost like you have that fear of the unknown, that what if this, what if that. And at this point, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. Like, honestly, I just couldn't care less about how that unfolds. I'm looking forward to it. Hi. I can't look at you guys. Oh my god. It's been a hot minute, okay? And before we start talking, or before I start getting into the details on why I left, let's just start with the intro, okay? Baby steps at this point. Some of you be saying, this community we are still building, you just dipped like that. Like, is that how you do things? I mean, wait, before you hang my neck. Let me welcome you guys. Okay, welcome and welcome back to the channel. It's your homegirl, UCHE in the crib. Yes, I'm still your homegirl, okay? And yes, you guys definitely deserve an explanation, which is why I am here to give you guys just a rundown on why we had to like dip, why we had to bounce. It's a new year. Why haven't you dropped a video? What is happening? Are there any new projects? Are you done with YouTube? We have been seeing you on Instagram. Why have you abandoned us? Trust me, I didn't, okay? Let me just go back to when I started YouTube, right? Because the reason why I left dates back to when I started, right? And it will all make sense, or at least this is my attempt to make sense. So I started YouTube on the 1st of January 2020, and this year, January 1st, made it 5 years, half a decade, right, of doing YouTube consistently. Let me just say that I'm going to be very vulnerable and I'm going to speak from the bottom of my heart. Definitely going to infuse jokes here and there, because how can I be so serious? Yeah, I can't be every time. I'm going to definitely smile, I'm going to laugh and all of that, but that should not be misconstrued or be thought as though I don't care or it's not deep. It is definitely deep. It was deep at the time, right? So like I said, it's been 5 years since I been doing this YouTube. I started as a student, as a 400 level student, and I've graduated. I've even served my country, and this is 5 years after. When I started, it was all for the pleasure. I don't think pleasure is the right word. I started it for the passion of it, right? I enjoyed it. I still enjoy filming, trust me. And even though I have been away, I've been active on other social media platforms. Yeah, so at the time I started at point zero. Like, I had absolutely nothing, not even a phone. It was on the 1st of January. That's when I filmed, and that's when I uploaded the first video. And COVID had just hit, so we all came back, and I think it was still New Year, so I was still at home. And I just said, you know what, let's just start this thing that I've always wanted to start. At the time, I didn't have so much idea of how YouTube works. I didn't know that there was anything called niche or the algorithm, or even knowing the basics of how to edit a video. But I was just like, you know what, we're going to learn on the journey. I was still a young adult, still trying to figure out what I want to do, right? And so I did my first video that same day. I had AK Paul who helped me to edit the video, and we uploaded that first video. I remember just a corner in my dining. We didn't have all this space. Yeah, that was the genesis of everything, right? Fast forward to leaving school, serving, even before serving my country. From that process of finishing school, doing my clearance, and coming back here to the house before going for service and all of that. If you go down my channel, you'd see all of that. I have been vlogging since 2020, so yeah. Anyways, all that happened, and you know that once you leave school, even before you leave school, there's that mindset that you have to figure out what it is that you want to do in life, what it is you can earn money from, and just how to go about all those process. And for me, I started thinking about this since 400 level. Yes, it was a passion of mine, but I knew it is possible to earn from YouTube and just like make money. So I started planning for it. I was like, okay, I like the way this sounds, to a young adult at the time. But as things progressed, let's just say that monetization is still in view, right? So I got done with uni, went for service, came back again, and from last year, I told myself, you know what, let's give it our last push. Let's do this. So from last year, if you guys could tell, I was posting consistently, right? Especially towards the ending of last year. I participated for the first time during Vlogmas and just making sure that I am putting in my best and energy. But all of that just didn't do it for me. And I guess there is something about doing something for a long time. In my case, 5 years, where you're just asking yourself, nah, this not working. And as hard as it can be to admit that, like, you have to come to that point where you can tell yourself the truth, right? And for me, that happened on the 1st of January. I was just like, what exactly am I doing here? Like, so angry at myself. And I just felt probably this is not for me. Like, this is not for me. Because I don't like comparing myself to people, but I know many persons I started before and they have gone out to like do great things, right? I'm just like, why exactly am I still here? Like, I couldn't understand why this was taking longer for me than it was for any other person. And I didn't want to explain it away. So I was frustrated, to be honest, because I had tried the 25 days of posting vlogmas, whatever. And you hear people give advice, oh, be consistent, oh, do this and do that. And I have been consistent. So why exactly is it not working? Do you understand? It's almost as if you guys, there's something you're not telling me. This cannot just be it. There is something that you guys are not saying, and it was just anger that maybe you're not just good enough. I don't know. And it takes a while for me to get to that point. Like, I really play the long game when it comes to seeing through things, right? I am not a quitter. I have never been one in my entire life. I like to finish things to make sure that I have exhausted all that there is to do before deeping. For me to get to that point, it means that it's not just left to me. There must be something, maybe a knowledge deficiency that I am not aware of. So it was important for me to just take a step back and just understand the reason why this was happening. So I did take a break, and honestly, I've learned quite a lot, right? So first of all, I started to observe, like, when I had calmed down. To be honest, when I had calmed down and I was like, okay, now that I see clearly, now that I can go on YouTube again, and can I be honest? Like, is this a safe space? Are you sure? I would go and watch videos, like people that I normally love and enjoy their content, and I would just be pissed. Like, every video was just a reminder that I wasn't where I wanted to be. In between the video, I'm just like, breathe. Their success does not hinder yours. It will happen, even though at the time I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I would use that to encourage myself. So after that period, I was feeling much better, right? I could watch their video. So what I started doing was observe people's channel, observe what they were doing right, like what made them blow, or what brought them to the limelight. And for the creators I observed, I saw something that was consistent. I don't know, there's a part of me that I love lifestyle videos, both in Nigeria and outside of Nigeria. And for those in Nigeria, not all of them, please do not misquote me. For some of them, I could see a pattern. People who make content, lifestyle content that involves relationship with their significant partner, right? Whether you're married or not married, the YouTube algorithm just eats that up. Can we just be honest? Like, even me, I used to love watching stuff like that. I'll be smiling because I just enjoy content like that. And it's understandable why people would enjoy that. But that's not something that I am comfortable doing. At least not now. I am not married to even start with. So I don't know. Will I can be doing husband for hire just to make it on YouTube? I beg, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. I mean, that's just one of the reasons. Obviously, they had like good storylines, good quality. I'm talking about the visual quality, good structure, all of these things. And to be frank, I think that is an element of luck. I would call it grace of God. And I strongly believe in timing. Yes, they will tell you improve on your visual quality or work on this, post consistently. But there are people that they don't have, that very good visual quality, and people still watch. Oh, tell stories, make it relatable, my dear. You can make it as relatable as you possibly can, and you might not still see the result. So I've learned that when is your time is your time. And I had to start asking God, because I am a Christian, all right? I believe in God. I believe in the power of God. And for me, I started asking God, does it mean that this is not something you wanted me to delve in? Or is it that I am not delivering as much value? Is it my structure? Is it my delivery? What exactly is it? I started asking God, like, what would you have me do? I believe that there is something you have placed on the inside of me. What do I have to work on to become that person? I was praying. Sometimes I was still getting frustrated here and there. Sometimes you pray and you end up just being angry because at that time it feels like God is not answering. God is not saying anything. I will be praying and it's almost as if it's cricket sound I'm hearing. And I just want to point out that God is not a talkative, and I've come to understand that even God's silence is a message in itself. I know that now, but at the time it was more like, you don't love me, you just want to see me suffer. Like, is it until I've suffered for 500 years that's when you come? It's kind of things. But I just thank God for mercy. I thank God for mercy. So yeah, I went into spiritual inquiry after observing some channels. My pastor, who doubles as my mom, will always say or have said in one of our preaching that you keep on asking, and I kept on asking. There's also a mindset that God had to give me as well, if I'm being honest, right? There had to be a change in mindset. When you come to God, you have to offload everything that it is. They say drop it at his feet, like all the anxiety, all the anger, all the frustration, just drop it at his feet, right? So that you are empty, and so that when he talks, you're in a better position to listen. And at some point, I was asking myself, why did you start? And I feel like it was the Holy Spirit that was nudging me in that direction, right? I was asking, why did you start YouTube? What exactly did you start for? And I gave the shallow answer, oh, because I have passion for it. Out of all the passions you have, all the talents that you say you have, why did you see YouTube through? And I was just like, I don't know. I just feel like I am not done here. I don't know what it is that just kept fueling me. I just know that I am not done with the assignment on YouTube. It's a knowing that leaves no room for doubt or speculation. I am meant to be here. Then I started to ask myself that, what if this is the assignment, right? What if you're never meant to reach thousands and millions of persons, right? Does it mean that you're going to trivialize this? Does it mean you're going to categorize it as a failure just because you're not reaching that many persons? And it took me a little while to accept this. I'm like, why is it my own turn? And now the conversation of whether or not you're meant to reach 1,000 persons or 1,000,000 persons, But after a while, after sitting with that idea for a while, I started coming to a point where I told myself, you know what? If this is where God has called me to be, to reach out to 20 persons, 30 persons, or 100 persons, then I'm going to take this assignment as though I am called to reach a million. Because to God, no assignment is a small assignment. When it comes to kingdom, when it comes to fulfilling purpose, right? Nothing is too small and nothing is too big. You have to come to that point that if God is sending me to one person, or is sending me to 1,000 or 10,000 or a million persons, or even a country, a continent, whatever it is, I must carry out that assignment with so much passion, vigor, excellence till it is fulfilled. That made me view YouTube for the first time as an assignment. Like, I knew that, yeah, give value, this, that, but at this point, I've seen it as an assignment. That there are people who watch my video, and because of my video, they can persevere. They are drawn to God, even if it's something as little as makeup, or just seeing me live my very boring normal life, and they are inspired, right? People can see me and just glorify God. That's like the essence of it. And trust me, that changed my view a lot, and it's still changing my view. And it's something that I also go back to whenever I feel, okay, we're getting a little bit worked up. Let's go back to the drawing board. And that has done a great thing on my mindset. So yeah, just figuring out that you can't give less of yourself just because there are few persons watching. Every one of you who have subscribed to my channel, there must have been a reason why you did. Whether you're my friends or my family or a stranger, there was something you saw that made you click on that follow button. And it is important that I treat every 1,600 plus of you with so much intentionality. So this is me saying that I am going to give my best and nothing short of my best. If there is joy in heaven over one sinner repenting, why would I be sad when I have 100 views? Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. So doing that helped me to realize that it's okay. It's okay to have like 20 views. And I'm saying to you that is watching this right now, whether you are having 1,000 views and you're believing God for 5 more thousand or 10 more thousand of views, or whether you're like me, or even still coming up, you just started your YouTube channel and you're trusting God for visibility, right? It's important that you treat every one person, every single person who is subscribed to your channel, like they're important. Because at the end of the day, it's a ripple effect, right? If you enjoy my content so much, you are naturally going to recommend it to someone. I know how many channels that I watch, and because of me, most of my family members, my friends, they got to start watching that channel. That's the power of impact. And for me, I want that to be organic, right? I don't want it to be forced. I don't want to say, please subscribe, please subscribe. Before you subscribe, I want the value to speak for itself. Obviously, I'm still going to be saying subscribe and you see the icon, but you get what I mean, right? Instead of solely depending on, did you subscribe, did you watch? Please, 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 not anymore. Okay, I'll focus more on the value I bring, and hopefully that would do it. Also, this break has made me to define what it is I want to do at this instant. So there are two things. I wanted to focus more on productivity, because I just feel like people in my age bracket, right? People who just finished uni or who just finished serving and are at that point, whether they are seeking a job or they have a job, and just trying to like balance everything out. For those who have side hustle, those who have gone back to further their education, those who are now in the work environment, or how they call it, the favor market, labor market, whatever, right? I feel like there is need to be able to have that work-life balance. And I feel like that's where I can come in, because I have been studying a lot on that, how to be productive, how to just balance your life, how to make the most out of your time, all those things that productivity encompasses, whatever. Everything that falls under the umbrella of productivity, that's something that I want to really focus on. And another area is in the area of vlogging. I definitely love vlogging. I love vlogging. Like, I enjoy vlogging. I don't know what it is, but I just love it. I love it. I enjoy it. I have passion for it. I think I'm good at it. I can be better. Yeah. So those are the two things that I wanted to do, but I just felt like I wanted a new start, right? A fresh beginning, a fresh page where I can niche down to productivity and just say this one is for productivity. Once you come here, you learn how to like balance your time and make the most of your life pretty much, because time is very important and it's something that once is wasted, you can never get back. So I was going back and forth on saying, do I start a new channel? Do I continue with this channel? What route do I want to take? And after deliberating for quite a while, I decided to have another channel, right? So, you guys, I do have another channel where I talk about productivity. You guys know that even on this channel, I have spoken about productivity, something that I've always delved into. And I just want a separate channel where I can just focus on just that. If that makes sense. I didn't want to talk about that part here. I don't want to move traffic from here to there. I just want that to grow organically, if that makes sense. How do I feel about it? For me, it's like starting over again, even when no one is watching, right? And starting, as you guys know, can be nerve-wracking, right? It's almost like you have that fear of the unknown, that what if this, what if that. And at this point, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. Like, honestly, I just couldn't care less about how that unfolds. I'm looking forward to it. I'm moving in faith. I'm working in purpose. And I can't wait to see where God is going to take me. Yeah, not the universe, God. I think that's about it, the break, and I hope I've been able to justify my absence. Please do not censure me. Don't give me punishment. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. So that's it. Oh, that's it about the break, my dear. I'm so happy to be back. And are you excited to see me? If you are excited to see me, let me know in the comment section. Just put, what emoji will you people put now? Is there mango emoji? Because right now this is the mango season. Put a mango emoji. Anyways, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys hopefully by next week. Till then, bye. Mwah.